face and have had a wonderful day and weekend that just passed. I had a terrific weekend, and this week starts something for me that I'm not a stranger to. If you go back a few videos, I had my fitness journey video in which I really discussed where I was, why I was there, what I've done since. But now this one, we're going to kind of talk a little bit about where I'm going, what I'm going to be doing, and what I'm going to use as motivation. Because I feel like half the battle is between your ears, when it comes to diet, training, outside noise, peer pressure, family pressure, spousal pressure. I feel like a lot of it, I feel like a lot of it is maybe unnecessary or mitigatable. That's a new word, I think. I think I made that up. Mitigatable. So, what I am going to be doing today started, Sunday started my new kind of diet plan where I am going to be reducing calories, focusing on fitness and leaning out. Quarantine didn't do me any favors. I'm sure it didn't do a lot of people any favors. But I also know that I was going through kind of trying to figure out what working from home was like with no gyms, the stress of work while sitting all day, and so now that I've kind of got a routine figured out a little bit, I'm going to start my next massive round of dieting where I hope to drop somewhere between 20 and 40 pounds. It's a lot, but I also know that if I get right here, if I get my brain right, that I can do anything. And that's the message I also want to convey to you. If you can get your mind right, if you can focus on the task at hand, whatever that task is. Create a plan, stick to it, don't let people stop you. You can do anything. You are strong. Physically, you are strong. Mentally, you can be strong physically. You can be strong mentally. And even some people who say they are weak, they say they are weak because they can't lift as much as them over there, or them over there, or them over there. They can't and don't need to compare themselves to other people. You need to focus on yourself. When it comes to fitness and body transformations, as fun as it is and as awesome as it can be when you're on a team and creating a team environment, your team is not going to help you lose weight. Your team is not going to make the numbers on the scale go down. The team is not going to make you eat your exact portion meals that you are going to eat. Right? You have to do the work. They can encourage you. They can provide you the best support system possible. But at the end of the day, they aren't going to do it for you. Sorry. Trust me, I wish that there were people that could have done it for me when I was doing my bodybuilding competitions and physique competitions. Getting down sub 7% body fat, sub 5% body fat, it's not comfortable. Your body wants to be in the surplus. It wants to be at a homeostasis point. And when you go to lose weight, you're theoretically starving fat cells. You're starving certain areas that I like to to say it as sweat is fat crying. So I love to put forth a lot of effort in that department because I know that I feel really good when I have a nice sweaty workout, and that's kind of gross to some, but if I go to and do a workout and don't sweat, then I think it's a really crappy workout. I'm a firm believer that your mind is what can halt your progress. When you hit a plateau lifting, a plateau in weight loss, a plateau in anything, development, personal development, physical development, relation development, it's because your mind is weak or not nourished. Therefore, I also believe you can train it, you can work it, you need to work it to keep your relationships great, to keep your physical stature great, to keep your lifts moving, progressing. I'm a firm believer that in order for you to grow personally, physically, relationally, or even career-wise, you have to grind. You have to get to that point where it's not quite a fight or flight, but it's you gotta do work. You have to really put in the time, put in the effort. I'm also 100% a firm believer that you get out of something what you put into it. If you put in 50%, don't expect to get 100% result. But I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. Until you are proven to be unreliable, I believe in you. If you don't believe in you, well, you have to believe in you. Because if you don't believe in you, no one is going to believe in you. I'm also a big believer in having a support system. Now, along with having a rock solid, awesome support system, comes temptation, comes peer pressure, comes relationship pressure, relational pressure, where they may want to go to the movies, get a big bag of popcorn and a big ass soda. That's okay. That is perfectly fine for them to do. But if it doesn't fit your plan, don't do it. If it doesn't meet your goals, don't do it. Don't do it just for the sake of doing it because Bobby, Timmy, Jill, and Cosmo decided to do it. That's one thing I was really good at when I did my bodybuilding and physique contests. I didn't give in to that. I literally would pack sandwich bags of canned chicken or packs of lunch meat as I went places. That way I'd at least have something on me in case I was there and or if there was garbage food. Now I'm kind of very out of that trend. I'm being happy, living life, which quarantine has really put a perspective on me that, well, when I had my structure, my get up, go to work, or go to the gym, go to work, go home, the structure of a normal work day, everything, I had it down. It was really good. But once a monkey wrench got inserted in, and I'm now sitting at home working from my living room, I realized that it's not always good. Working from home is great until it's not, and right now it's not, just because a lot of other things have suffered while putting work first. But now that I've identified where I'm deficient in my life, I have set a plan in place. I have set a plan in place to very much be successful, and you can do the same. You can be successful in anything you want. Anything you want. Anything you want. You just have to be willing and ready to do the work. And if you're not willing to do the work, yourself to the point where you're ready to do the work. I'm a very big proponent of setting plans, setting goals that are quantifiable, data-driven, and easy to manipulate when you need to. For example, I have my nutrition set at 70 grams of fat a day, 235 carbs, 215 protein. Now, those are quantifiable data points. So in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, when I start losing less than 2 pounds a week, I can go, okay, let's drop the fat from 70 to 65, the carbs 235 to 225, and leave the protein where it's at, or maybe even up the protein, seeing as they act differently within your body. So the plans you make, the goals you set, the pathway for you to get to the goals you want, you can set them, you can attain them. I believe in you. You just have to believe in you. And if you don't believe in you, then no one will believe in you. I believe in you. I know you can do anything you put your mind to. I know that if you put your heart and soul, you cannot fail. I know that you can do it all with a smile on your face. A beautiful smile. Because 9 out of 10 human beings, every single person has a beautiful smile. When they have a smile on their face, there's like a glimmer in their eye. And how happy they are, whether it's with themselves, whether it's with the circumstance. Everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to have that hour, that day, that week to be happy. And there's nothing better than being able to be happy with someone and share that genuine time of happiness with a friend, with a significant other, with a spouse, with your parents, with anyone. It's amazing what happens when you get to be able to share a positive light, give off a positive radiation. Especially in the world today, right now, we need as much positivity as possible. I read a statistic the other day. I don't want to quote it, but can't really remember where it came from, so tagging it is going to be useless because I don't even remember where it came from. But it was something along the lines of 2 out of every 3 people have negative thoughts about politics in this time, which is insane to me, seeing as here in the good old US of A, we are about to go into an election. It is an election year, and we are going to be heading into an election later this year. And if you have 66% of the polled population have a negative thought when it comes to politics, that's not good. That's really not good. So that's why we need people to be positive, not necessarily about politics, just saying positive in general. There is nothing more attractive than a smile and a attaboy and a, you're doing great. Keep your head up. You have nothing to be ashamed of coming from someone. There is nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to that. And quite frankly, it is amazing to hear, whether it's me hearing it or me hearing you tell someone how great they're doing. Nothing more attractive. There's nothing more gratifying than hearing people praise other people for work they're doing. I feel like there's 2 types of cultures we live in. The all-inclusive and the pat on the back culture, or the suck it up buttercup kind of culture. And I feel like there's places for both of those in this world today. Because even in this conversation we're having right now, you have to put in the work. Good news and bad news, it's not going to get done for you. There's no magic pill, there's no magic wand, there's no unicorn going to come down and grab there's also a place for uplifting individuals in which, you can really, really make someone's day, make someone actually believe what they're doing is good, regardless of whether they're making a ton of progress. It's the effort that matters. It's the old adage where, some people say, oh, make sure you hold the door for people. Holding the door for someone is so underrated anymore. Sometimes I'm convinced chivalry is dead until I see a time when it's not, and it puts a massive smile on my face. So, be you. Wake up in the morning. Do you. Don't stop doing you. Be the best you. Be the best version of you today. If you're not the best version of you today, then really sit down and evaluate what you need to do to be the best you. Because at the end of the day, you get one day at a time, one moment at a time to be the best you can be. You have one moment to make the best of right now. You can't get this moment back. Make the best impression you can. Give the best effort you can. You owe it to yourself to be the best you can be. So, thank you for tuning in to this episode, to this talk, this conversation that we just had. I can't put enough emphasis on uplifting others, making others feel special, yet doing the work yourself. Don't always look for the handout. Never look for the handout, and if it comes, you can evaluate then whether or not you want to take it or not. Sometimes there really shouldn't be a handout, and there is. And at times it's like, thank goodness there's a handout. So, to conclude today, be the best you. Be the best you every day. Tell someone else when they're being the best them. Put a smile on your face. Put a smile on their face. And let's make the world a better place.